CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? Hey, hey, hey. How you doing, people? Another CHAP tale. Another one not to do with music. This one is about a time when I went skiing. Used to love skiing when I could see, but obviously, well, saying that, what's that bird's name? That skier, is it Ellie? And she's right fast and blind, so don't give up your dreams. Anyway, I went, this one is about a trip that I made to Bulgaria, Sofia, and I went with my wife Angie for a week skiing. Angie had never skied before, and I sort of told her that I could teach her, and I wasn't very good at teaching, but yeah, it was a good holiday anyway. Other stuff that we did, but anyway, this one day, right? Well, to start off, right, we're like every day coming out of the hotel, walking up this road that leads to where the start off chairlifts are, like at the slopes or whatever. And there's shops, like skiing shops and stuff all the way up the street and that. And one day I spotted in the window that they sold these little skis that were basically like a shaped like feet, bigger than a foot, but not as big as a ski. You know what I mean? They're called like little feet or whatever. And I thought, amazing, that'd be great. So we went in the shop and I bought a pair. And then it was pretty easy to fit them to ski boots, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I had them for that holiday. But anyway, this one day we went up a different ski slope. I mean, a different chairlift that I'd never used, and it was my second time in that resort, but I'd never been up that way in my life. But so I took Angie up there. Could have been black runs, you know what I mean? Only black runs. But yeah, so we got up there, and I think there was like all sorts up there. It was like another resort. Like, it was just unbelievable that I'd been. This is like nearly the end of my second week in this place, and I'd never come across it before in my life. But anyway, so yeah, Angie was struggling a bit with the old skiing, like, and quite worried about her, like, because we was coming down this slope, and she's just gone off to the right into the trees, like, and when I got to her and got down to her and all that, she'd managed to go into the middle of a load of trees and not hit nothing. I couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so got her out of there, whatever, and then got her back on her skis. But I put these big feet back on or whatever, so I skied off again, and she's like trying to follow me or whatever. But then I skied over to the other side of the slope, because that's sort of, we was veering off to the left for some reason. But so anyway, I've sort of stopped by the left hand side of trees and just looking for Angie, and I couldn't see her at first, like, and I was like, oh God, where is she? Like, so I'm standing there with these big feet on, and do not ask me how I've done it, but I've slipped backwards, and I've just gone backwards down this hill, like, that comes off the main hill, but it's just covered in trees. Like, Angie went off the other side, this is the opposite side to that, but still trees everywhere. So I'm slipping down this thing on my back, yeah, and I can just see trees coming past my head, left, right, left, and I'm thinking to myself, God, any second now I'm gonna smash into one of these trees. And oh yes, I covered the back of my head with my hands and lifted my head forwards, which was not good because the route I was on was sort of going to miss all the trees. But then I've brought my head up to the left slightly and just whacked a tree on my way past, and I was just laying there at the bottom of this little slope, all trees everywhere, and I was just like, couple of £100 pair of sunglasses gone. Didn't find them ever again. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, I'm laying there, and I'm like, oh shit, like proper hurt, like smash on the head and that. So anyway, after about 20 minutes, I sort of got myself together a bit, and I thought, God, I need to get back up this hill onto the main ski slope so I can sort of flag Angie down and get her to help me to, I don't know, just get me off the slope or whatever. But so I pulled my way back up to the top of this thing, got out onto the slope, and then I'm sort of sitting on the floor along the tree line, but on the main slope now, so I can see all the skiers going past me now, and I couldn't see Angie for shit. And then I didn't realise, but my face was covered in blood, because where I'd hit my head, I'd cut my head open, and I was bleeding like a pig. And so I'm sitting there, and then this fella's sort of gone past me and sort of had a look back at me, and he just stopped straight away. He was like, nice fella or whatever. So I don't know, he's probably Italian or Bulgarian or whatever. But he's come over to me and he sort of said, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm all right, don't worry, I'm all right. And then he's like, I've got to phone the doctor. And I was like, I didn't really want him to, but what do you say, eh? Especially when you don't speak the lingo. So anyway, he's phoned this, I don't know, this patrol that's out on the slopes, like looking for exact things like that, accidents. And this guy's like come over to me, and he's like looking at me and that, and he's like, and he's like helping, like fixing me up and all that. And he had some big like a sled that you could lay in that's attached to his waist, that he like skis down the slope, and the sled's on the back of him. Anyway, so he's there, he's cleaned me all up with all these wipes and all that, he's bandaged me all up, everything. And then basically he's like, right, get in that and I'll take you down the slope. And I was like, nah. There's no way I'm getting in that thing. It looked more dangerous than bloody anything else I'd done that day. So after a while of me saying to him no, he just got the idea in the end and left me bandaged up, sitting where I was sitting when I climbed back up onto the slope. Anyway, I thought I could see that not too far down there's like a plateaued bit that's sort of like, and it looked like there was like a calf there, and it looked like there was a road as well actually that was at the side of the slope and that. Anyway, so I thought to myself, I've got to wiggle down on my bum, and so I'm there, and I've got my skis and poles under my arm, and I'm on the floor, and I'm coming down this ski slope on my bum. Anyway, get like fairly to the bottom of it, and then I realised that Angie's standing there like looking for me, like, and like she's noticed me or whatever, and come running over to me, and she's like, what's happened to you? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, babe, I swear, I told her exactly what had happened. I went over to that side of the slope and thought I'd stand there while I was waiting for her, and then I slipped down here and done my head in. Anyway, and then I was like, I don't really fancy carrying on skiing. Like, she's like, all right, there's a road there. We'll have to walk down, won't we, along this road? I don't know how long it is or whatever, but we got over to the road, and to our joy, there was a couple of cabs there, like with ski racks on the roof, and like it was just great. So we went up to one of them, and the guy could see my head, and he's like, oh, you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, get us back down to the old hotel, please, mate. He's like, sweet, okay. He didn't say sweet, actually, that's just my lingo. He said okay or whatever, and stuck our skis on his roof and that, and we got in the cab like that had like extra leg room because obviously they're wearing them big boots and that, and he's took us back to our hotel, thanked him, he shot off, and then we were in the hotel, and like that was it. Like there was still a couple of days of skiing left, but after having a bump on the head like that, I did not want to ski at all. And Angie didn't really care less, like she preferred to do other stuff than ski, like she's not really into it. And since my eyes have like been as bad as they are now, I've not been skiing again yet, but you never know what the future holds. But yeah, but so we at the hotel and that, and then we spent like a night, like we'd paid to go out on this, I don't know what it was like going out to some restaurant with all the people that had come over from England or whatever, and having a meal with everyone or whatever, and we'd already paid for that, like and it was funny because Angie went to this meal like and got them to do me like a takeaway, and she brought it back to our room where I was sitting feeling sorry for myself, and we had a fat old munch. But yeah, skiing is not Angie's thing, and I doubt I'll get her up a slope again, even though it is so beautiful when you get up high in the mountains, and you know what I mean, you're just breathing that fresh air and looking at it. It's fantastic. Yeah, but yeah, I just thought I'd share that little thing with you. Also, before we like leaving to come home, like we had to go to a doctor's, like, 'cause that was what I said to this guy that wanted to take me down the hill, that I would visit this doctor's and to make sure I was alright or whatever. It weren't to do with me being alright, it was to do with me paying them money. But the next evening we went to this doctor's or whatever, and it was like flipping, trying to get in the door, it was proper icy around it, and it was like we was skiing about outside the doctor's, like. But we got in there, like, and he took the bandages off, checked it all over, bandaged it back up, and basically give me a charge that cost me about £150 because I had to have that geezer come to me on the slope. But yeah, we after the doctors went back to the room, the next day was our last day, and basically we just give our room back, give all the ski equipment back, and then went to the capital, Sofia, and spent the day there, and that was right near to where we was getting a plane home. So after spending the day in Sofia, we went home. But if you go skiing, be a bit careful, because you never know what could happen. Nice one.
Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales?